Got a microphone sitting over there. So try not to talk too loud because it's super sensitive stereo microphone. Hoping that we would get a lot of thunder coming in here, but so far it ain't been much. But it seems like the storm is kind of skirting to our south, which is the way we're facing right now. But the wind's picking up. Down at the Iowa-Wisconsin border, they were getting 80-mile-an-hour winds. So the storm has definitely weakened since then, so we'll see what we end up with here. But I'm assuming it'll just be this. It's the thundery rainstorm. That's true. I checked the radar before I went live here, and the heavier of the rain was still a ways away south of here. So I don't know how it's like, my screen is bright as hell, so to me it looks like the sky is bright. But I don't know if you can tell, there's like a cell phone tower right there. Back along down there, like it's pretty dark, and then up here it lightens out. Little dark clouds. You can see the little wispy dark clouds in there, but right above them trees it's pretty dark. So we'll see if that can push its way up here. I think one of the reasons, like, if you ever watch the radar coming out of Iowa when low pressure systems develop storms in Iowa, they always get these massive, just huge, like sweeping bows of thunderstorms, and then once they get to this like south central Wisconsin, they always start to fizzle out. And I think that's because of the fucking Great Lake right there. The wind is blowing west. Ooh, nice lightning strike. Blowing west, like in towards Milwaukee inland. Then that cooler air just sucks all the energy out of the storm that's approaching from the west. That's my theory. I just wish that storms would swirl the opposite way so we could get lake effect snow off of Lake Michigan here. I like watching them videos out in Buffalo and whatnot, where they're just getting feet of snow. Like, I want to experience that. It's spooky. I'm jealous. I love snow. I love summer thunderstorms. Hate the heat. We've gone over this before. I'm a winter guy. I like bundling up. Well, at least I'll get to see what rain sounds like with this new microphone over there. Sometimes we usually... Oh, no doubt. Then last year we had for like 27 minutes, it was like super heavy, giant flakes, and looking up in, straight up into the sky, you could see like distinct layers of like, okay, this giant snowflakes are right by my eyeball, and then you look up like 100 feet or 50 feet or whatever, it's a different layer of smaller ones, and then even higher, even smaller, until it kind of looks like TV static that you're staring into. It's so awesome. I love that stuff. But thunderstorms are my favorite. God, I love seeing them big shelf clouds come in, and you get that cool blast, and it's just like energy in the air, and you feel like an adrenaline rush, and big old bunch of birds flying around. Idiots, get out of the rain. I just love the power of nature. It's so amazing what this planet can do. Rain coming off the roof looks like it's even heavier. It always sounds so dramatic under the tin roof here. But if you step outside, it's just like, it's not really that bad. It's just like, yeah, it's a rain, you're gonna get wet, but you step under here and it sounds like the apocalypse happening. I gotta get a good... Oh, damn, I should have had the... Well, I wanted thunder was my goal with this storm. I saw a shitload of lightning strikes with the storm coming in, so I figured... There was a little rumble. Couldn't hear it over the roof here. But yeah, I think I did a previous tin roof one with the shotgun microphone, which... It's okay, but stereo is obviously better than a mono shotgun microphone that is like super directional. Like its field of sound capture is very tight. It's just like an arrow that it will get noise from directly in front of the damn thing. Whereas with the stereo mic, you get the whole field of view audio field, I guess. And it would just sound so much cooler in stereo. So I'll do another one of them in stereo. I was out here last summer, probably may have been around this time, maybe July, I don't know. It was a super intense lightning storm, and next to that transmission tower, and I don't know what the fuck could have caused this, but so it's raining heavily, so if you were to shine a spotlight into that, it would be reflecting, like a glow in the fog off of all them raindrops. It was like pulse red, like a big slow flash of red on that side, and then a big slow flash of green, and then it alternated back and forth like 7 times. Meanwhile, there's like over this way, you could see like green on the horizon of a transformer blowing up, and it was out of control. But I can't for the life of me imagine what the fuck would make the sky glow alternating red and green when the transmission tower is only like 200 yards away. So I mean, what the fuck? Spooky nature. Definitely aliens. It's the only explanation. Yeah, it's really dark behind that transmission tower and the cell phone tower. Got a feeling it's going to skirt us to the south. I wish I could see the cover all the bases. Up to the north, nothing really happened. Nothing great coming out of the northwest. It's all to the south. And oh my god, yeah, compared to up north, down south is just whack. That's getting really dark. I don't know if that shows up. That is fucking dark over there. I wouldn't do control the camera settings while you were live streaming. Rain is picking up. That's for damn sure. Hopefully my phone alerts me if I'm in a tornado warning. You mean this location is beautiful, or just Wisconsin in general? Because I agree to both. Give us some thunder. Rain rapid, holy shit. Now the rain is coming down. Now it's legit heavy. That's not just how it sounds on the metal roof. It is fucking pouring out now. That looks so awesome. There we go. Now we got something. Which view do you like better? Transmission tower or heavy rain? Place your votes now. Even heavier. Got it, heavy rain. Debbie? Surprised it's not very windy. There's some trees right there. You can see the leaves are swaying. I don't know how well you can hear me, how loud this fucking roof is. Like, it's loud as hell under here. Nice. Even heavier. It is fucking pouring out now. I love it. I love it. Super, super, even darker to the south now. I wonder if that fucking line is creeping up here. If anyone can see the Wisconsin radar, I am 20 minutes due east of Madison, Wisconsin. You can let me know where that line of storms is, because it's fucking pouring out. This is awesome. Even heavier now. Even heavier. For real, if somebody could check the radar and let me know if I'm in some type of tornado warning or anything. I'm in the absolute northwestern tip of Jefferson County, Wisconsin. This is out of control. Here comes some wind. If I start seeing shingles flying off of that building, I'm getting in the truck and getting the fuck out of here. Even harder rain. Oh my God, here comes the wind. Holy shit, it is a fucking downpour. Yeah, we've been in a tornado watch since about 4:30, I think. As long as I'm not in a warning, I'm fine. Torrential rain. I love it. Thank you. Here comes that wind. I will, Debbie. I will do my best. Look at that. Can't even see them farms over there anymore. It's all pure white out. It's raining so fucking hard. You can only see to the edge of that fucking brush line. That is unbelievable. This is incredible. It's a whole big lowering right down there. You should be able to see a bunch of farms and farm fields, all just white. Amazing. Hell yeah. Keep it coming, baby. Keep it coming. Time we get a good storm this year. Hell yeah. Oh my God. starting to get sheets of rain blowing across. Love to experience an earthquake. Yeah, this is wild right here. Probably not the smartest idea to be under a metal roof, but there's not that much lightning. I can always run under that overhang right there if I need to. Fuck it. There's a big boom. I think you might be a little bit behind, Morticia. Check to see if you're... Oh, the rain's letting up now. You can start to see the farm fields again. You can see that line of trees right behind these tall bushes right there. You can see them again right there. I'm surprised you can hear that thunder. Oh, look at that. It's a fucking... Right in between those trees right there, there's like a barn light. Couldn't see that before. Now that's back. You can start to see the big tree line way off on the horizon there. Well, at least this storm wasn't a disappointment like yesterday's was. Big old storm heading right towards us, and it just fell apart right before it got here, but this one delivered. Absolutely. I got an action cam mounted on the ladder rack of the truck facing south, so we should be able, I'll do a time lapse of it. It'd be cool seeing that coming in towards us. Yes, indeed, Morticia, this one was good. And I guess, I don't know, last time I checked there was like, this was the first wave, and then there'd be another wave behind it. So like through 10 p.m. I think it was, there's chances of severe weather, but by the looks of it, most of it is blowing south. This way we're looking here is to the north. The big line of storms was coming at us, and then it sort of like did a little tip maneuver and skirted south, but then off to the west there was another big yellow blob. You must have really good drainage in that town, Debbie, because right now I think it was Dubuque, Iowa, had up to a foot of standing water in a bunch of parts downtown. Houses are being flooded. Of course, they got like 3 inches of rain per hour. When that line of storms went through, it was super intense. And they got the other waves coming behind them as well, so they could get up to 6-7 inches of rain today and tonight. Oh yeah, now it's just like a moderate rain. There's another light over there. I love that. I love how it's just so as heavy as this rain was. Like, I was in a fucking storm twice driving down the interstate where you had to pull over because you couldn't even see to the end of your hood. It was raining so hard. But this one was nice. That was a good heavy storm. Sometimes I'll mount the camera. There's like a metal pole, like a flagpole holder coming out the left side of that trap house. Sometimes I'll mount the action camera on that so that I can look out to there. If I look sort of back at night, you can see Madison glowing over there. And straight up ahead here, you'd see Columbus glowing. Over there would be Beaver Dam. It's just today the storm was coming from the south, so I made a decision, and luckily I did, because up until it started raining heavy, it was just like broken clouds passing by up here. It all came out of the south. Sucks we didn't get the wind. I'm a big fan of wind. Whoa, that was a good one. Give us a boom. A little crackle. Ooh. Now there we go. If it was like thunderstorms every day, that would be awesome. But if it was just like a dreary rain, like if it was always gray like this and it was all rainy all the time, that kind of sucked. But I don't think, unless I lived in the mountains or something where it snowed a lot, so that would feed my fix. I don't think I could live somewhere that doesn't get legit thunderstorms. I wouldn't mind living in, if I wouldn't want to live there if I had to work. But if I had the money to just go wherever, when I was in Tennessee in 2017 for the eclipse, a thunderstorm came through, and that shit was so unbelievably powerful. Like, that would be a severe storm here. To them was just a normal fucking thunderstorm. Oh, no doubt. But if you had the money to live wherever you want, like you could just build a robotic harness for yourself so you could just go everywhere like the Terminator. I think now I can finally go home and make that pizza I was gonna make before I realized a huge storm was coming. Woo! That should be a boom. Rewind, Nerd Pirate Radio, because you missed a torrential downpour. Give me a boom. Boom it. Get that boom. Yeah. Little boom. Thanks for hanging out, Morticia. See you later. Yeah, I think that's a... Oh! Did you see that? That lightning bolt should have been on camera. There was one to the right, too. I don't know. There was one on the left of the transmission tower and one on the right. It must have been pretty sweet working for Boeing. Until now. They got all them... Stop putting engineers in control and put fucking corporate businessmen in control. And what do you know? Oh my god, our planes are fucking falling out of the sky now. Oh, damn, I missed that one on the right. Oh. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. Sorry you were late to the... There's some rumbles. Late to the party. Late to the party, Pirate Radio. But you can always go back and rewatch the video. It got wicked for quite a while there. It felt like a good 10 minutes of very heavy rain. But I am going home to make pizza. Thank you. Goodbye.